Hello, you're through to Ewan McIntosh. Welcome to the Do You Not Know Who Eric Hitchmo Is special podcast.
Of the monthly Muse.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I'll be speaking with the guys later about the Hitchmo group. We'll also be reviewing the best posts from October, so we'll have a good old chat then. Boring, isn't it, just sitting around on a Sunday afternoon talking about something you did 15 years ago? Well, not for me. I like it.
Who's been to the Coventry Conference? Right. So, do you not know Eric Hitchmo?
Yeah.
Talks exactly like that.
Hello and welcome to the Do You Not Know Who Eric Hitchmo Is special of the monthly Muse.
That's a mouthful. You did very well there.
Just a colleague saying what a superb job I'm doing. It is a mouthful. I don't know how I got that, but this is an episode dedicated to, I guess, rather the phenomenon that is the Hitchmo group. Paul, I'm sure you're looking forward to this.
I am looking forward to this. It's great to be here. As we've just heard from the big man himself, we're going to be speaking to Ewan McIntosh later on.
Yeah, we'll be chatting to him shortly. We're going to be chatting to him about the group. So lucky you, and the office in general.
Yeah, we're going to be reading some of the best posts from the last month. So listen out for your name. This is your
exciting
moment in the spotlight, your little day out in the sun.
Ewan's going to be reading them as well.
Yeah, printed out by, read by.
Then we got a giveaway.
Yeah, a bloody good one as well. That's right. We're giving away 2 tickets to see David Brent and Foregone Conclusion in Brighton on Friday. Is it December 16th?
December 6th. Yeah, you busy?
Not well.
Not our tickets, are they? Really?
No. Doesn't matter.
Tell you who would love that as a present, though, Paul.
Oh yeah,
Pete Gibbons.
Yeah,
he'd be up for that.
Yeah,
Gibbo.
All right, Ewan. We'll get to you later. So yeah, that's coming up.
It is. I'm just wondering before we get to.
Will there be a boy born that could swim faster than
I'm thinking that. I'm always thinking that. But before we get to
Can't get enough of it.
Too knee deep in this, up to our nuts and guts, as Finchy would say. Maybe we should just quickly explain.
Yeah, just
to some
what on earth
people that
this
are maybe
is.
Listening who don't quite know what we're talking about regarding the Hitchmo group.
Yeah.
Just in case some of our regular listeners aren't listening.
I think we need to. It's called an education. I feel like we need to tell people about this, Paul.
Yeah. So. Hitchmo group. So essentially, the Eric Hitchmo group is a Facebook group. 13,000, 14,000 office
mental
nerds like us.
Yeah.
Essentially, taking any bit of news, relevant, anything they'll find.
And
on
we
the
do
internet.
mean any.
Yeah, we'll literally do anything. And then relate that back to an office quote reference. Hopefully, as niche as possible. Post it in a group, and then essentially just wait for the likes to come in.
Nailed it.
Or abuse.
Or reviews.
Yeah.
I think you've nailed that, mate. That's it. Yeah, good
Is
student.
that a good explanation?
Good student. Won't be explaining the group incorrectly or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we kind of joined the group pretty much the same sort of time, actually. Paul, I sort of set on this lovely journey together, a bit like sort of Thelma and Louise type
we did.
vibe, really.
Thelma and Louise, you say, all the double acts, and you put 2 middle-aged women. But yeah, I don't even bother looking at the actual news anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, just sort of go and Hitchmo and sort of figure it out from there, really. I'm not sure whether you'd sort of say it was a big time killer or waster, though. I don't know.
Bit of both. Probably more waster, but
maybe at your level.
Yeah, but
it is pretty much where we get all our news from now, really. Just kind of go into Hitchmo, figure it out.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
Yeah. Can you imagine a night out with the Hitchmo lot? Ooh, that nutty lot.
Drinks at 6.
Drinks at 6. It'd have to be like the O2 Arena or something like that. The amount of people's in that group.
Yeah, Chasers can only hold so many. What is it now, like 13,000 members?
Yeah, it's like 13,500 members, something silly like that. Which, actually thinking about the O2 would be far too big, wouldn't it? It'd just be embarrassing. But no, it is mental how big the group has got.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's almost as mental as us sat here talking about a bunch of people that we've never actually met.
Good point. Good point. But we're here now, so if we go back on that, we're weak. Let's crack on. Let's have a chat with Ewan, shall we?
Let's do it. Cool. Ewan, how did you find out about the Hitchmo group?
About the old Hitchmo group? Well, I got added to it This is a new thing on Facebook people can do that I don't particularly like. They can just add you to something. So I got added to the group by a stand-up comedian friend of mine called Lenny Sherman. So I just found out I was in it one day when I opened my laptop up.
Okay.
It's like, oh, now I'm in this, whatever this is.
Yeah.
And I think I put a post up and pretty quickly realised that there's a lot of interaction in the group.
I think you came in was it just all right? I think was your first.
Yeah. And suddenly my notifications went crazy.
I think that was the first post I remember getting over like 1,000 likes from
potentially
off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I think it took it to the mainstream. But do you look at it often?
Not at the moment, because if you get stuck in the vortex, don't you?
You do.
Yeah. And I'm quite I'm doing this film at the moment, and it's really, when I'm not there, I'm basically sleeping. So it's one of those, social media is kind of a little bit on the back burner, but I occasionally have a quick look to see what hilarious news item they've turned into an office quote.
Yes. What's your sort of overall take on it? I mean, are you a fan, I guess?
I think it's really nice to dip in and out of.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think it's that some of them are kind of they tend to. There's about 5, aren't there, that tend to get hit on repeat of the quotes, the sort of the favourites. And I just like them to maybe try and expand their repertoire a bit.
Okay, good advice.
Well, we're going to be going through some posts later, so hopefully one of you will have pulled one out of the bag.
Do you think it's good though that the kind of community are doing that? They've kind of got their little place. Do you think that's a good thing?
I think the best thing about it for me, the funniest thing about it, is when someone posts one of those spam things and they get absolutely roasted and they don't even realise what's going on.
Yeah.
And because if you don't know the office quotes and you did that, you wouldn't have a clue what's happening.
Yeah.
People go, "Oh, thank you for accepting my request."
Yeah.
And they're not really sure. They just think it's a general quotes, inspirational quotes kind of group, and pretty soon they must be really confused.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of trolling going on as well, isn't there? Like people will just come in and say, "My favourite character is David Brent. Who's yours?" Yeah. And then just asking for trouble.
Yeah, the kind of the niche stuff where you're not sure.
So what is it, do you think, about The Office that makes it still so popular, that we're sat here 15 years on?
I think because it gets repeated all the time, and because it's kind of... Because I think it was a really good show, and now new generations are finding out about it, and I think it's again like a lot of these shows. It's really quotable.
Yeah,
I'm doing this film at the moment, and the lead in it is like this 16-year-old kid who was in Game of Thrones for 3 years.
Okay,
and he's like, after a week, he kind of came up to me and goes, when I was at school, we used to just walk around in the playground doing David Brent, and I thought, you weren't alive when we started filming it. Yeah. So it is weird how it's sort of been passed down the generations. Yeah.
But I think the In-Betweeners lads, I know that they've been quoted as saying that they backstage or whatever you want to call it on set, all they were doing was speaking in quotes, and often I think it's weird because it's one of those shows that, if you still go to a party or a pub, or you're surrounded by idiots at your girlfriend's party, none of which you've got anything in common with, and someone will mention
a Brent quote,
and all of a sudden you go, I might want to spend a bit more time with this person.
People do it as a way of finding out if there are any similar people around.
Yeah, no, spot on. Yeah,
because you can slip a Brent quote in, and most people won't know what you're talking about, but it won't seem too weird. It'll just seem like a strange thing, and then you'll make someone else will pick it up, and they go, they know. They know. They're probably in the Hitchmo group.
Yeah.
Are any of the other cast members aware of it? Do you reckon? Or
I don't know actually.
By that means, is Ricky aware of it?
I think didn't one of them claim that Ricky had seen it or something? I don't know.
There's some claim,
I'm not sure. I'm not.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So just kind of moving on to, I guess, rolling back the years. The Office. Just want to kind of pick your brains. At the kind of time of filming it and being on set, did you have any idea? The impact The Office.
Not when we were doing. Not when we were doing the first series. It was really kind of. The BBC didn't really have any expectations for it. It was kind of put away. A lot of the stuff then was filmed, around TV Centre, and was a lot of studio based. And we were out in Teddington, and they were kind of left to their own devices, because I don't think the BBC kind of had too much hope for it, so they weren't being too hands-on and saying, change this, change that, which was kind of a good thing. Weirdly, it meant they could sort of do the show they wanted to do. But there was nobody kind of... But I don't think you generally do, go around going, this is going to be amazing, because you just don't know how it's going to turn out.
Well, I think the first episode, people were still unsure about it in terms of viewing figures and stuff, but I think it quickly became this absolute monster.
It was actually... It wasn't until the first series got repeated that it did well viewing figures-wise. Because I think people who'd seen it the first time... obviously these were the days pre sort of iPlayer and all that, where you couldn't, if you liked something, you couldn't immediately go online and watch it again. Once it was gone, it was gone. So when the first series got repeated about, I think a year later or something, and a lot of people said, "Oh, this was the show I was telling you about that you missed," and so they sort of watched it again, and then maybe two of their friends did, and so the viewing figures kind of got a lot bigger when it was repeated.
And was it as hilarious as it looked to be on set? I mean, obviously the classic kind of corpsing stuff that people have seen, I'm sure, on the extras. Was it as fun as you made out? Yeah,
I mean, it was the thing with making comedy or on TV or film when it's quite high production values is a lot of kind of sitting around doing nothing. So there's moments of tedium, but then there's moments of real, high hilarity. I mean, all those outtakes, that was genuinely happening. People were getting, mainly because of Ricky, people were kind of breaking out in fits of laughter just because he would just change things and throw things at you that you weren't really expecting. Shall we say?
Do you have a sort of, looking back, do you have a sort of a favourite moment, of the show in its entirety, or?
The whole of the kind of training day episode was the highlight, just because we were all together. It was the only time we were really, as a cast, were all together in one place. And it was one of the best episodes anyway, I think, if not the best episode.
Definitely.
But because we were all there, kind of in this environment, and it was slightly different because I think it was almost, the first time we'd, as a group, gone out of the actual Wernham Hogg office somewhere else, and so that was a bit exciting as well. That was the most sort of fun to do, and I think it kind of shows in the energy of it that it kind of came across as it was one of, I think, a lot of people's favourite episodes.
Did you have a favourite scene that you were sort of prominent in that you did as well? I know a lot of people remember that episode that you mentioned, but people will recognise, Keith in so many other fairly not iconic, but very memorable moments.
Well, one of my favourites that sort of occasionally gets mentioned, but not as much as maybe others, is when we were in the pub, when it was like Brent tries to get everyone. And
did you enjoy the pie?
The pie one, and because it was that. Again, there was a lot of corpsing in that. I don't think they kind of put them on the outtakes, but there's a lot of corpsing in that where, because I just literally had to just slowly finish this, and Ricky just had to sort of stare at it, and he just couldn't get through it. And that was really fun to do as well, because stuff where you're out, it was always fun to go outside of Wernham Hogg, because seriously, we were there so long.
Really?
We just had to wait around all day for them to kind of do little bits and pieces, so we were sat. It was like, a lot of the time it felt a bit like an office job, because we had to get there at 8 and stay there till 6, and maybe some days we didn't get to film anything, so it was kind of... It was always fun to get out, because if you knew if you were involved, then
like a school
you would kind of be there. It was kind of fun away days.
You touched on the training day episode. I think it's that episode where Keith reveals that his ultimate dream was to make music.
That's the first time we find out about Foregone Conclusion, actually.
Pretty much.
Do
you think, fast forward on the clock to now, what do you think Keith would be up to? Do you think he'd be making music, or just sat watching peak practice?
I think the music would probably still be a hobby. I think he'd still be doing some sort of drone job somewhere.
I think he'd still be at Wernham Hogg, or?
I mean, I'm not sure if really paper merchants. I think a lot of paper merchants probably have gone out of business in the last
Good
15
point.
years.
Good point.
Considering the paperless society
Yeah,
we live in. So
exactly.
unless they adapted or became some kind of weird internet supplier. So I don't know. I think maybe he'll have just gone somewhere left field, and now maybe he's like a driving instructor or something. Something weird like that.
I was thinking of a good spin-off, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true or not. I think I read that Matt Groening, creator of The Simpsons, I don't know if you met maybe some awards ceremony.
Yeah, the British Comedy Awards.
Complimenting, I think, was Keith his favourite character? In the Office?
Because it was when we were filming season 2. I think that was when things, the first series had gone quite big on BBC America, and a lot of Americans really, really liked it, and Matt Groening was one. And I remember when we were filming it, Ricky said, "Oh, do you know Keith is Matt Groening's favourite character?" And I thought, whatever, I just thought he was taking a piss, as he normally did. And then at the Comedy Awards, I was on a table, and Ricky was Matt Groening was over as Ricky's guest,
Right.
and Gervais, being as he is, he made me go. He made me go up to Matt Groening and say, "Who is your favourite character in The Office?"
Yeah.
And I went up to. So I had to go up to Matt Groening and say, "Oh, hi." I was just like completely starstruck. It was like,
I bet.
Okay, well, so I said, "Who's your favourite character?" And he said Keith, and Gervais was like stood behind Matt Groening. "I told you, he said that. I told you." So that was quite an amazing moment.
Yeah, it's quite the reference on the CV.
Yeah, not bad.
Ewan, what are you up to now?
Well, I'm in the middle of filming a film called The Bromley Boys, which is based on a book about people supporting Bromley FC in the 69-70 when they had an absolutely awful season.
Right.
And they were technically, I think, the worst professional or semi-professional team in Britain. So it's kind of based around that. And then there's a story about a kid who discovers football and falls in love with Bromley. And then he has an adventure because he also kind of has this thing going with the chairman of the club's daughter. But then he ends up causing a lot of problems when he gets a misunderstanding. It's good fun. It's it's got Alan Davis and Marty McCutcheon and Jamie Foreman in. So
Nice.
And also a small part, which was great for me, meeting Gareth Hale. Who plays a club manager from Hale and Pace.
Okay, wow.
So that was great. Nice to meet him. So filming that at the moment, and it's quite full on. So
is that out next year or?
I think hopefully it will be out early next year. Yeah.
Okay. Easy Sunday night viewing. But, no, Ewan, thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
No problem.
Right, should we have a look at some Hitchmo posts?
Yeah. Oh no, I mean no.
Right.
Your first answer was yeah, wasn't it?
Well, I meant no.
Well, why do you say yeah?
I meant no.
Are we making you nervous?
Yeah, I meant no.
So now we're going to look at some of the best posts within the month of October, and we're going to try and praise the good posts mainly. This is not trying to find out who the worst ones are.
Well, we already know who they are.
Do we?
Yeah, me and Ewan have written them down.
Well, you shouldn't have written them down, Ewan.
Yeah, look.
Yep. So let's.
Ewan, over to you. Let's check them out.
So Shia Manick has posted a picture with the heading "A forklift driver with a test cap. Fast bowler Indika Galaj went wicketless in his only test for Sri Lanka in 1999, but he remains active as a club cricketer in Melbourne." And Shia has written, "Has he passed his forklift driver's test? He plays in the tests."
Very good.
That's very good. Well done.
Seth Owens there, Ewan.
Seth Owens put bloody repeats.
Oh, come on.
Don't know why. Maybe someone else had done it.
Next one, Ewan.
Adam Smith.
Very visual, this one.
Yeah, can you see what
he's getting at in the photo?
What he's got a picture of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Addressing Clinton.
Oh, and he's like photoshopped in Steve Merchant's dad.
Yeah.
Just standing in the background.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Great Photoshop skills.
Yeah.
I was struggling with that, but then James Davies posted.
James Davies comes in and said they'll kick themselves later.
Yeah, and we did. So yeah, no, very good.
And then there's a new study claims cheese is as addictive as cocaine. And Stephen Dodd has come in and put mad enough without the Gruyere.
Very good.
Very good.
Underneath they've LUK has written, they tried to make me go to Cheese Hab.
I said no.
See, now Stephen didn't write that, but if he had, I imagine he would have done a better job.
Yeah, absolutely.
than LUK.
200 likes at the time of printing.
Just the 204.
Yeah.
If you're counting.
Dave Baker has put a photo. I put this photo up ages ago with a much better comment.
Oh, really?
I can't remember what it was.
Bloody repeat.
I can't remember what show it was, but I was watching it, and Sonny Mackenzie, it's quite interestingly Mackenzie, aka Gareth, pops up in full army uniform with like a machine gun, looking quite serious. And Dave has put, "Ooh, he looks tasty in his uniform."
Very good. 200
Very
likes. Lee Huggins there.
Yeah, he's written good spot. That's where I'd be.
Yeah,
Good
well done,
spot,
Lee.
that's what I'd be.
This one isn't so good, Ewan. Don't want to slag him
No,
off.
someone is Nick Coker. We don't want to slag him off, but you know, at least make an effort. He's put a photo of literally the bit where Brent says, "Go get the guitar,"
Yeah.
and all he's done is he's written "Go get the" and then put a guitar emoji.
Lazy.
Lazy.
Well, luckily, if it wasn't for Andrew William Jackson,
Yeah.
AWJ, he's written, "I was expecting a good post and worried that this was it." Spot on.
Comments better than the
But he
first.
only got 7 likes, and the
Nick-
post got 25.
Nick
So.
Coker
Yeah.
must try harder.
Yeah. Next one.
Next one, Cy Thomas has put a thing of Donald Trump photoshopped holding a dove with "all the best Donald Trump" written on it. But can I show you the photo he sent in?
Very good. One from the Christmas special, that.
Yeah,
That's one, yeah. If you watch the Christmas specials, you'll know what that was about. One with a footballer gesturing to a referee. This is from Adrian Hearn in a very similar. It looks very similar to when Brent and Rowan are going at it in the training day. To the moment where he says, and he has written it, "I think you'll care when I tell you what the complaint is." Does weirdly look a lot like
Yeah, that's I think it's a Turo Vidal. That's a Chilean
Turo
national
Vidal,
for
yeah.
Sanchez around.
the football statos out there.
Next up.
Can't read this one very because it's a bit Chris
Fincham.
Chris Fincham.
Chris
Yeah.
Finchy.
Yeah.
Finchy.
Bloody good poster.
This is on WhatsApp, isn't it?
Yeah, quite hard to
Yeah.
read actually. What he's done essentially is he sent Excalibur, the poem
Yeah.
that Brent's wrote, and
Written.
he sent that to his girlfriend or partner, fiance.
And she's written, "Take this seriously."
Yeah. So I think he said, "What do you think about this for the wedding?"
Yeah.
Which hasn't gone down too well.
Yeah, Bella not having it, was she?
And then
And Andrew William Jackson is
Again.
coming with Chris Fincham.
AWJ
Bloody
again.
good poets.
Yeah.
Bloody good poets.
Stephen Cockburn.
Stephen Coburn. I probably says Coburn.
Yeah.
Says always check with the vicar.
Yeah. So
Like it.
Very good one now from Hannah Elizabeth Philpotts. Bloody good poster she is, I think. And it's a picture of Jennifer Lopez. For some reason, there is a picture of Jennifer Lopez holding an actual pie, and she's "But you're not looking at the whole pie, Jenny."
I'm not sure where
she found
that.
this. I mean,
Patrick
Are you
Allenson,
questioning it?
good comment underneath by Patrick Allenson. They're not fooled by the rocks. They know I'm from the block through and through.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty good comment.
37 likes,
Good
Patrick.
comment.
So
good comment.
nice one.
Just 700 likes. So well done,
Ewan.
Hannah. Keep them coming.
The new £5 note.
The new £5 note. This is Mark Battimelli has put the headline from the thing on BBC Midlands today. Photo of the £5 note saying this is a new £5 note which goes into circulation today. It's smaller and made out of plastic. And he's brilliantly come up with mine's massive and it's not made of plastic.
Oh, very good, Mark.
Good one, Mark.
Excellent.
But strangely, only 175 likes.
Maybe that was hot off the press from you.
Maybe it got more
These
later.
are all at time of printing, so
Yeah.
Gordon Carrick?
Gordon
Obviously
Carrick
to
here.
Michael.
No, hopefully not.
He's been sent a message saying, "You have been removed from the Fulham Book Club. If you'd like to follow up with this group's organisers, contact them here." And he's put, political news, everyone.
Very good. Yeah, I'm sure he's
Well done.
gutted that he's
Probably
been removed
gutted.
from the Fulham Book Club.
Unlucky Gordon.
I'm sure there's other good libraries in Fulham.
James Dransfield has come in with a photo of Boris Johnson,
Bojo.
which looks like he's desperately trying to delete his internet history.
Yeah,
Must just.
yeah.
That's
Yep.
good.
Spot on.
Tom Howitt posts the headline, Mesut Ozil insists Arsenal star Alex Iwobi is a mixture of JJ Okocha and Edgar Davids. And he's put, I've sort of fused JJ Okocha with some Edgar Davids shit.
Wow.
That's good.
Two very good plays.
Yeah, that's a bold claim.
Yeah.
That is a good claim. Scott Lucas?
Scott Lucas,
Bit of a naughty Will.
I think that's a bit of trolling.
Yeah.
Anyone else watching BBC News Kent, they just mentioned Canterbury Tales and Chaucer like Brent does to Tim when he calls him Tim Canterbury.
Sick of it.
So funny, and two laughing emojis.
Scott.
Rob Ward has come in and said, "You're the Kent mate, if anyone is."
Quite rightly.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark.
And Kieran Newtown, Scott, we're prepared to offer you a very generous redundancy package.
Yeah.
I think they want him out. They
Yeah.
want him out of that group.
We really do. This is a
Good one from Enis Al Hashimi. He's found a picture of a bag that looks like a Game Boy, but it says Travel Boy on it. And so he's put just before it OI Travel Boy.
Very good.
Damien Heads has piped up there, hasn't he, Paul?
Yeah, shame.
Shame this
what's
one,
he- what's he said?
really.
Damien, what the F has this got to do with David Brent?
Dan Gines, don't you know?
Charlie Bosher.
Charlie Walsh, you
Embarrass
embarrass yourself.
Ennis again, tell him later.
Alex, Wittett, it's not your fault some of the best people didn't turn up.
Yeah. Matt Sharp, he'll kick himself later. Which,
Emma Warren, special needs child.
yeah, well done, Emma.
Well done. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right. Good one here. Johnny Byrne has posted the headline, Bomb Scare in West Swindon. And he's put about 15 quid's worth of damage. So that was
To the point.
very concise. Speaks for itself, really.
I like this one.
Yeah.
This is good. One of the clever ones. Edward Broadhedge, well done.
Yeah.
He's posted a picture, a screen grab of a sort of a Chinese dessert box which says mango jelly on it. And he's put, you don't know who sang in the summertime?
Very good, Edward.
Good.
Yeah, he is
Keep them coming.
snowed under at work, I imagine.
Jonathan Barrett, good one here.
This is my favourite, I think.
There's a photo of just a back of a woman walking down a street with a jacket which just says whatever on the back of it, and he's just written nice jacket. Whatever.
Liam Camps came in. Guy kind of walking ahead of this girl with a loose kind of baggy jacket.
He's focused in on an irrelevant guy
Yeah. So imagine him
who's
in
got a bald head, and he's put imagine him in a band.
Yeah.
It's the glasses.
Yeah.
Glass, and she should wear tighter trousers.
Yeah. Very good.
This guy seems like a bit of a nut.
Oh yeah, I think I saw this one actually. A good one here from Rory W. Breakin. Posted the headline, Gus guzzling petrol addict Brian Taylor arrested again for drinking from the fuel pumps. Story from the Mirror. And he's put me lager, Finchy lager, Brian, petrol, sometimes diesel. So different drinks for different needs.
Well done, Rory.
And then Emma Warren's commented, I thought I found a pump.
Yeah. Ashley Allen.
Ashley Allen, I prefer a flammable.
Yeah. Very good. Simon Joplin, how many gallons have I had this week, if you're counting?
Colin Henderson, Muchos Petroleum later.
Yeah.
And Luke Sproutsy Reese, if you want a really good pump, Texaco.
Yeah.
Just put Sproutsy in inverted commas there. Is that a nickname he's given himself?
What's your real name, Luke?
Sproutsy.
I'm going to call you Sproutsy.
Oz Watson. London Zoo Griller is the headline. The London Zoo Griller drank 5 litres of blackcurrant juice after escaping enclosure. How many pints have I had, if you're counting?
Very good.
Very good.
Adam Johns, he's mad enough without the fruit juice.
Yeah, well done, AJ. Yeah.
Sam Pullen's written squash.
Yeah. Mo Das, I'm not going to call you Oz Monster. So kind of slagging off
Well done.
after all the good he did in the post as well. Yeah.
There's some University of Suffolk have got some poster up which for some reason says Maastricht, Boston, Ipswich, asking for trouble. And Wilson Digby has stepped up to the plate.
Great name.
But if you asked me to name 3 global business hubs, I probably wouldn't say London, New York. I'd go Maastricht, Boston, Ipswich.
Very good, Wilson.
Well done.
Right, well
Like that.
Like that.
Yeah, this Burnsy bit of trolling.
Patrick Burns trolls in.
Yeah.
Is Eric Hitchmo the one from the Coventry Conference and hit TV show The Office?
Hitchmo spelled wrong.
Hitchmo spelled wrong.
Yeah. Benjamin James. Ooh, don't you know?
Yeah. And then Theo.
Kai Marlowe.
Theo Kai Marlowe. Pennies dropped. So
Got there.
let's not give Burnsy any more airtime.
No, let's not.
Clever one here from Toby Dawson. A very famous image that I don't think anyone had connected before of when E.T.'s being smuggled away by Elliot and the gang.
Yeah.
And he's in the front of the bike with a sort of a white blanket disguising him. Toby Dawson's come in. She said she'd be wearing a white chiffon scarf to help me spot her. So,
Luke Lambourne's written, what are you going to do? Phone home?
Yeah. Well done.
Clever guy.
Great post, great comment.
Well done, Toby.
Here's one.
Here's one I did. I did it, actually, this is a true story.
Great.
I don't think I actually wrote the true story, so I went along to my good friend Rachel. It was her 40th birthday.
Okay.
Sip a beer.
You may know her from the show. She came in season 2.
Oh, right, yeah, of course, yeah.
Played Trudy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
And there
yeah.
was a scene where she got given it was her birthday, and she got given a black basque.
Yeah.
And Gareth kept saying, she went like that, Gareth kept saying, try it on properly in a sort of a seedy way.
Yeah.
And so as a joke present, I bought her a black basque.
Okay.
So that's a picture of her holding it up,
Yeah.
and I wrote, try it on properly.
Black leather bass?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
didn't get her a
hang on.
dildo as well, did you?
Didn't get. She thought I'd got her a dildo when I
Right.
told her I've got her a bit of a joke present
Right.
from the show. But I'm not. I'm classier than that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't embarrass someone.
No.
Someone, Oscar Small, has obviously cleverly friended me, like a lot of Hitchmo people
Yeah,
do, without
slipping through the net.
they slip through the net,
Really?
and they think they'll friend me. And I wrote up, I think my favourite Idris Elba character is Guy, who's always surprised how good Sky TV is. And he's written, he's not my favourite actor of all time, though.
Yeah. Don't try and
No
lie
one
them.
yet has come in with anything
know.
about Poitier, but
I'm sure he got some.
I'm sure we've got a
reviews
few
at some
comments.
point.
yeah, I'm sure that was hot off the press. Was
Yeah,
a bit
I reckon it's
difficult.
quite good to end on the one Ewan's written as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know someone had done that, so thanks for letting me know. I'll
Yeah.
block him. I'll block him later.
No worries.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So keep up the posting, guys.
Yeah, that's pretty much the post.
Good stuff in there. Some less good.
Thanks for reading those out.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite one out of those? Or?
No.
Okay, great. But no, Ewan, thanks for coming in. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, you're a good man.
Thanks so much for taking
no
your
problem,
time.
guys. Well done. It's a great show. And a great show is a great show forever.
Absolutely. You're talking about The Office, right?
This podcast.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Excellent.
Okay, guys, we're now going to have a little bit of a competition where, excitingly, you can win tickets to go and see David Brent with Foregone Conclusion. Over to you, lads, to explain what it is.
Good luck to Ricky, who's off pursuing his career, starting Monday. So, we've got him a collection or a gift or something. You haven't been in long, have you? So, You should have seen what he got, Pete Gibbons. Oh, didn't tell ya. Oh, remember that. So...
We are still none the wiser what they get on Molly. They actually touched on that on Life on the Road when Brent's...
Yeah, they sort of tipped the cap to the original Office, where I think he says something like, I don't know,
He's getting a leaving card, I think.
Leaving card, and he sort of says, he should have seen what we pulled all the money together.
Yeah.
And then someone sort of interrupts him at the last moment, so
yeah.
Cheers, Ricky.
Yeah.
But I tell you what Pete Gibbons would have loved, though.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Probably 2 tickets to see him. Well, not Pete Gibbons, David Brent. Foregone Conclusion, live, Brighton, 16th of December. Come on.
Sounds great.
Friday night, just before Christmas.
Yeah.
End of the calendar year, and spirits will be in the sky.
They will be. Friday night, Raz and Brighton. I'm sure the lads will love that.
Well, why would they love that?
What?
What are you implying?
I'm not implying. I'm just saying. Nah, come on. They're not. We're not. But
bloody good seats as well.
Yeah.
Just to the side of the stage, aisle seats, handy for the bar.
Yeah.
This nutty lot.
Yeah, good spot. Good spot. That's where I'd be. Sure, they're going to want to get a good £8 stand the neck as well. So
yeah, make a swift exit after the gig.
Yeah,
or during.
Well, or during if it's.
That's good.
No, it'd be a great gig.
Sure, it'd be great.
This lot won't be sitting down anyway, will they?
Yeah, they'll be probably crowd surfing.
Yeah, we know they're rock and roll through and through.
Yeah. Anyway, the competition is entitled "Talks Exactly Like That," and here's how it works, Paul. In a second, we're going to play 8 different voices belonging to characters from The Office, and all we want is 8 in the correct order. So the name or nickname of that character, we need all 8 in the correct order for you to be entered. It's pretty simple, right?
Well, can they give us 6 and then 2 more if we need them?
No, absolutely not.
Right.
It must be all 8, and you must email your answers to...
How do I enter it?
Well, I'll listen up. themonthlymuse@gmail.com.
Okay.
themonthlymuse@gmail.com with the subject David Brent tickets.
Okay.
Do you want me to repeat that, or no? I think that's twice as enough, probably.
Yeah, fine.
Just rewind it. No, I'll say it again. themonthlymuse@gmail.com.
David
Brent tickets,
and that's the real quiz.
Yeah, T's and C's are in on our Facebook page.
Very simple.
Jesus,
not even
we've got
worth,
a Facebook page.
Not even worth looking at, to be honest with you. It's 8 names, really. Pretty simple. If you know The Office, you should be able to get it.
And that's the real quiz.
That is the real quiz. So listen up.
Yeah, pin back your ear holes.
Here we go.
Listen to this one.
I could give you a list of 50 things I could beat them at.
You've always made it very clear that you're 100% committed to your branch.
It's a bit cheesy and a bit 80s, but I think a lot of the ideas are still pretty valid.
I think he's a little bit jealous that he's not getting the view you're getting.
There's no good news, David. It's only bad news and irrelevant news.
I landed on my wheels, pulled over and said, what were you worried about?
You know how important I consider this report to be.
Why is that then? Going on holiday?
Yeah, we need all those 8 voices that you've just heard, and you must email your answers to themonthlymuse@gmail.com with the subject David Brent tickets.
Yeah, and when's the deadline?
The
Paul?
deadline is Friday the 4th of November at 5 p.m.
Okay, cool.
So
get there early for that.
Any entries after that will not be accepted, and then we'll be announcing the
winner on Sunday the 6th.
Sunday the 6th.
We might try and get Ewan actually to tweet it or give you a shout out on Sunday the 6th.
We'll do our best. But
we'll do our best.
No, you've generally got a very good chance of seeing... I mean, not many people are probably going to enter there, to be honest.
I mean, it is exclusive to this group as well. So,
So, get your entries in.
Criminal not to.
Excellent. So, best of luck.
So that's it. Thank you for listening, and thanks to Ewan.
Yeah, big thanks to Ewan.
Good luck, guys in the comp.
Yeah.
If you enjoy this, you are obviously more than welcome to listen to the other episodes of The Monthly Muse. It's basically what it was kind of every month. We just sort of sit down and talk about historical events that have occurred during that calendar month, really, and have a bloody good laugh doing it.
Hilarity ensues from there.
Well, we're 2 Office fans as well, so obviously it's going to be funny.
Yeah,
well,
so...
we hope, probably not. But.
Would you want to do this again?
What, with Ewan? Wouldn't have thought so.
No, very good. But at The Monthly Muse is our Twitter. There's 2 other episodes on our iTunes. Guys, thanks very much for listening.
Keep up the posting.
Always. Before we go, just promise us you'll remember one thing. Just remember...
Yeah! to it.
Come on, listen to her. You've been the monkey news. You've been the best.
Come on, listen to her. Listen to her.